Be seated and make yourselves at home, please. For next time we sing that song, we'll have a large blackboard. And we'll diagram it like a high school football coach, drawing up a play. Okay. Scripture. I had a whole Palm Sunday service planned, and then everything happened. So Easter will begin for us this year on Thursday, Maundy Thursday, with our 7 o'clock service. If you've never been, oh, come and see. It's really something, and very simple. And then, of course, Easter Sunday. So I'm going to read you one comforting thing from the Gospels, and then we're going to hear the beginning of the Passover story. But in Matthew 11, Jesus says, "Come to me, all you who labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and lowly in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light." Now from Exodus 12. The Lord spoke to Moses and Aaron in the land of Egypt. And he said, "On the 10th day of this month, each man is to choose a lamb for his family, one without defect. On the 14th day of the month, halfway through the month, on the 14th day of the month, the community will slaughter the lambs at dusk. But before you partake, take some of the blood and smear it on the doorposts and on the lintel of the doorframe at the entrance of the house. And then eat your meal hurriedly. This is going to be my Passover. For that night I will pass through the land of Egypt and kill all the firstborn in the land of both men and animals. But the blood will be a sign. When I see it, I will pass over you. Your house will be spared. This will be a day for you to remember and celebrate from generation to generation." Well, Pharaoh got up in the night. He, all his servants, and all the Egyptians, because of the commotion. And there was horrendous wailing in Egypt, for there wasn't a single house without someone dead in it. Pharaoh summoned Moses and Aaron right then in the middle of the night and said, "Up! Leave my people, both you and the people of Israel, and go and serve the Lord your God as you have said." The people of Israel lived in Egypt, had lived in Egypt, in bondage, in slavery, for 430 years. Until that day, that night, when the Lord their God brought his people out of the land of Egypt. When they had gotten a safe distance away, Moses said to the people, "Commemorate the day you came out of Egypt, out of the land of slavery, because the Lord brought you out of it with a mighty hand." Amen.
So instead of the usual response, we're going to sing a traditional song from the Passover celebration, And I think many of you probably know it. It's Dayenu. Put your hands up if you know it. Well, you were in for a treat because, come on up, Elliot, because the only words you need to remember are Dayenu. Da meaning, it means it would have been enough had God only provided us with gotten us out of Egypt, or it would have been enough had God given us the Sabbath, given us the Torah. Dayenu. You've heard that perhaps before. It's a wonderful word. And do you want to add anything more about this song at this point?
It's a tradition in the during the course of the Passover Seder to sing songs and celebrate the fact that we are now free. So this song ends up being a round where everyone in the family would read one section. God, thank you for getting us out of Egypt. It would have been enough. So we would sing Dayenu, but we would continue to sing Dayenu through the course of the meal, and it was a lot of fun, and the kids would always say, that's enough. It would have been enough.
We're not going to do it in a round. Do you want to sing with me the verse?
Yeah.
Okay. Is that a good pitch for you? But let me. Oh, well, good for you. So the part that you're going to sing goes Dayenu, 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 Ilu Hotzianu, Hotzianu, Mitzrayim, Hotzianu, Mitzrayim, Dayenu. Your part. Dayenu, 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 Dayenu. Ilu Natan, Natan Lanu, Natan Lanu, Natan Lanu, and Hashava Dayenu, 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 Dayenu. Ilu Natan Lanu, Natan Lanu, et HaTorah, Natan Lanu, et HaTorah, Dayenu, 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 Dayenu.
It would have been enough.
That song is 1,000 years old.
Wow.
1,000 years old. That's what Wikipedia said this morning. But I believe it.
We left out 95%.
Yeah, that's right. That's
It goes
right.
on for 3 pages.
Yes. Right.
Yeah. That was a happy wave. But I got a sermon about, it's called Overwhelmed. Because these past months, and cumulatively, as well as quixotically, as well as, we keep going and it keeps getting more so. And I hear the word overwhelmed so often. I'm just overwhelmed. Or she's overwhelmed like everybody else. And this is overwhelming. Okay. Whelm, W-H-E-L-M, as in overwhelm. Whelm itself is a verb. It means to engulf or bury in water. It's from the Middle English whelfen, which means to capsize a boat, upside down your boat. Well, as we use the word overwhelmed, I think it means to us that we are beset by sights, sounds, ideas, fears, demands until your nerves crinkle and overlap and entwine. Overwhelmed until you are as wide and blank as the sea after the ship has sunk. Well, you know, there are always more of them, and you are only you. There's always more noise than you can hear. There's always more moving objects coming at you and crossing your screen than the mind can hold. There's always more grief than the heart can bear, always. So, why am I so overwhelmed now? I think because you're trying to hold it all. Trying to hear it all, do it all, be all things to all people. You're full and you're sinking. In addition, there's the shock and stupor and grief natural to a death. We've just had one in this community. There's also the death of illusions or understanding or trust. Sometimes there's the death of what we took for granted. I'm going to give you just a little bit of what I would have said yesterday at Chris's service, not about Chris, but, well, here we go. You know Ecclesiastes, and if you don't, you know Pete Seeger, where it says a time to be born and a time to die. Time to break down, yes, break down, and a time to build up, a time to keep silence, and a time to speak, a time of war, in here too, a time of war and a time of peace. Well, to everything, there is a season, but sometimes all that stuff is true at once, and that can be overwhelming. So, even right now today, if you don't know what to say, don't worry. There's no right thing to say, just as there's no wrong way to feel. And if you can't stop crying, it's all right. It's all right. If you want to cry, but the tears won't come, don't worry. Tears will come in their season. And if you're just numb, just dumb and numb sometimes, don't worry. It's how we get through. No one can feel it all, and no one can deal with it all at once. So now let's look around. At the planet we live on. flowing to the sea, but the sea is not full. The earth is ravenous, and we all fall in. God contains it, us, them, then, now, and tomorrow. But we are not the sea, although it was our first home. We are not the earth, but her child. We're each a child of God, but we, you, I, are not God. And it's really good to let go of that one, because it doesn't work out well when we think we're God. Well, maybe your understanding of this country or humans in general has been capsized, or your faith stove in and sunk. You know what a stove boat is? You know what stove in means? Yep. The hull of a ship crushed, or had a hole poked in it. And what comes in then? Water. And how does the boat go? Okay. So maybe your understanding of this country or humans in general has been capsized, or your faith stove in and sunk. Now, Moby Dick is prophetic here. Ahab, a monomaniac with a wounded ego as big as the world, a missing leg, and an infinite rage. Yeah, I know Trump doesn't have a wooden leg. No wooden leg. We're not talking heads or hearts, just legs. Anyway, Ahab has gotten the ship destroyed, the mothership, the whale boats sunk, all the crew and himself killed by Moby Dick, the whale. And then, on that vast blank sea where there's this terrible whirlpool where everything has sunk down, the whale diving has pulled it all down. And then, an empty coffin, lid closed, but empty, an empty coffin that one of the harpooners has made, don't ask, pops from the bottom of the vortex, breaks the surface, and arcs through the astonished air and splashes down near Ishmael, the narrator and the sole survivor, who clambers up on it and rides it until he is rescued several days later by another boat. So, overwhelmed. And what bobs up? Hope. Look around. Who bobs up, death be damned? You do. I do. Here we are. A little raggedy-ass maybe, but soulful. And here's a little advice for all of us going forward. We need to jettison, we need to heave overboard some cargo. We're riding a little low. We do need ballast, the bedrock of your life, for balance. You need bunks for shipmates. Don't isolate yourself. You need cargo for company and sustenance. But we don't need all these blogs. We can't absorb everyone's psyche or cry their tears for them. We cannot right what they've done wrong or sing their songs, or dream their dreams for them. We cannot live their lives for them, or die their death. Okay. I think I've worked this boat metaphor till we're all a little seasick. But one more. One more. You've heard of this boat. But I want to say that our little craft, what's keeping you afloat on the ocean of life, our little craft is not Noah's Ark. We carry one life's worth of pain, joy, connections, and solitude, things done and left undone. One life's worth. We are each one being to bequeath to the future. Just you. We're not an ark carrying the genes for all time and all species. It's just you, and you're enough. So as long as we're here, let's live. For us to live, the mind must rest and make way for dreams. The body must stop striving occasionally and loll and let the bones sprawl about. And on your journey to the interior, just go into yourself toward the center. There's some resistance. Bless you, resistance. You were only saving me. You were only saving my life. But now, I'm here to live it. Further in, some grief. Bless you, grief. You were only remembering me, the child I was. You were only remembering what has happened to that child. But the child's here. Nothing that happened has taken me away. Thank you, grief. You may flow. Inside some more. There's some pain. Bless you, pain. You were only showing where the world ends and I begin. But the world and I need no protection from each other now. Thank you, faithful and sleepless pain. You may rest. And then inside some more, past who I am and who I was. It's light here. It's light here, and gold and loose as straw, but soft. It is ripple without water, wave without sound, rays without end. So let us rest. Let us bask. Let us beam. Let us roll like dolphins in the warm sea. Like the sea, let us roll the dolphins. Let us be. May it be so. Thank you.